Hello guys, welcome back to Amara Kene. My name is Amara. I'll be discussing on sentence completion, which is a main task or one of the tasks in Ielts reading. It can be found in both academic and general training when writing Ielts. Some test takers will tell you they find it very easy. Other test takers will tell you it's quite difficult, especially when dealing with large passages or paragraphs. How do you figure out where it is? Now, I am here today to discuss with you tips on how you can write or answer sentence completions properly. Are you ready? Now, let's start. Now, sentence completion, you are required to fill in the gaps with appropriate words. To complete the meaning of the sentence, they will give a sentence and leave a space for you to complete the sentence, for you to complete the meaning of the sentence. Now, instructions will tell you how many words you have. At times, you come across where they say one word only. Other times, you see no more than 2 words, or you see no more than 3 words. Now, sentence completion. They've given you a sentence which is incomplete. There's a passage where the complete sentences have been put out there. So what you need to do is go to the passage, read, find out the remaining part of that sentence and complete it. That's sentence completion. Before I proceed, if this is your first time here, please click on the subscribe button, like this video, check out our other videos. We have playlists on reading, IELTS reading, IELTS listening, and IELTS writing. You can check them out, watch them, like those videos too, drop any comments on any of them you have questions on, and I promise I'll get back to it and I'm going to answer every one of your questions. Now let's proceed. For 2 or 3 words, when they tell you no more than 2 words or no more than 3 words, it doesn't mean that all your answers will have to be 2 words or 3 words. For instance, when they say no more than 3 words, you can have some of the answers will be 1 word, some of the answers will be 2 words, but there will definitely be an answer that will be 3 words there. And that's why they actually put that instruction of no more than 3 words. This applies to the same thing as no more than 2 words. Your answer can be just 1 word, but there will definitely be an answer or more that is 2 words. So don't be worried if you find an answer that is just 1 word. It's allowed. 2 words, it's allowed. But when they give an instruction of no more than 2 words, please, you cannot have an answer that is 3 words. Check again, you are missing something. When they say no more than 2 words, you cannot have an answer that is 4 words. Check again, you are missing something. When they say no more than 2 words, that means it cannot be more than 2 words. So whatever your answer you're finding cannot be more than 2 words. That's a sentence completion. Now, more tips. You read the instructions carefully to find out how many words you should write for your answer. That's what I said. Read the instructions, find out if it is 1 word only, if it's 2 words or 3 words, if it is 2 words or 3 words. So read the instructions properly. Now, read the sentences before you read the text. You go and read the sentence that you need to complete. It gives you an idea of where you're starting from. When you read the sentence, you will definitely find a keyword there that will help you link to locate where the question is, or locate where the answer is in the passage. Look out for keywords in the sentences. They will direct you to the passage where you would look out for in the passage. So when you see a sentence, look out for a specific keyword, a keyword that stands out. Go to the passage with that keyword. You might not see it in this the same way it was given. You can come in form of a synonym. But you would, when you see it, you would be sure that yes, you've gotten to the location where your answer is. So read the sentences first before going to the passage. Now another thing is, the answers appear in the same order in the text as in the order of list of incomplete sentences. Now the way it is written in incomplete sentence, for instance, number 1, there is a space. You read again number 2, they give a gap for you to fill. Number 3, if you go to the passage, you would see number 1, the answer to number 1 first. You see the answer to number 2. You see the answer to number 3. It's in that order. The answers come in an order. The same way it was arranged in the paragraph or in the passage is in the same way it will come in the question that was given to you. It comes in an order. So don't say you can't find answer to number 2 and you have seen answer to number 3. That there is always an answer to number 2 there. You must see the answer to number 2 before you see the answer to number 3. Now another tip to note is, the completed sentence must be grammatically correct. So when you feel you found an answer and you've put it in that gap, read it. Is it grammatically correct? Is it the same thing that's in the passage that you have written down, even after change of synonyms or after changing or paraphrasing it? Is it the same thing? Does it still have the same meaning? It must be grammatically correct. If it is not grammatically correct, then you have the wrong answer. The answer is wrong. Go back and figure it out. If it doesn't mean the same thing as what is in the sentence, as what is in the passage or what is in the paragraph, then your answer is wrong. Go back and look for the answer. It must be grammatically correct. Now another point is, try to work out the type of word that is missing. Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? Is it an adverb? Try to work out. You can guess, okay, what is it? What could be missing here? What am I looking for? Am I looking for a noun? Am I looking for a verb? Try to guess it out. Another tip that will help you is, scan to find the location of the answer. Then you read in detail to find the answer itself. What's the first thing? When you read the sentence that you need to complete, you go to the passage. On getting to the passage, you quickly scan, okay? You've picked a keyword from that sentence. You quickly scan for where that keyword is. Now when you scan, you locate that area where the sentence has been picked from. Then the next thing, you now read in detail to find out that particular word you're looking for, or those words you're looking for. You read in detail. You scan first to locate where the answer is, then you read in detail to find the answer. That's how you answer this. Now, another point to note is, think about synonyms and paraphrasing. Look for matching meaning rather than exact word matches. Like I will hit on it again. Matching meaning. When you read it, the meaning is not corresponding to that which is in the passage, then your answer is wrong. So also, not just look for words. The words will help you locate where the answer is, but check out the meaning too. Does it mean the same thing? The word you are fixed in there, after fixing it in, does it mean the same thing? Is it corresponding with the one on the passage? Scan the text for keywords in the first sentence. I've said it. Scan it for keywords. Look out for it. When you look at the first sentence and you find a keyword, you go to the passage, you quickly use that keyword. That keyword might not come the same way it is on the questions that have been given to you. They will change it or give a synonym for it. Scan for it. When you see the synonym, you should be able to recognize, okay, these words, they mean the same thing. Now, those are the tips to answering sentence completion. Now, what skills do you need to do this? You should be able to identify synonyms. It's very important that you can identify synonyms. When you see two words that look alike or that mean the same thing, two words that mean the same thing, you should be able to identify them. Because a lot of synonyms will be used in sentence completion. Now, another skill you need to know is understand paraphrasing, because they would paraphrase. You should be able to understand that it has been paraphrased. Another skill you need is to be able to scan for specific information. You do not need to now read the whole passage. You should be able to scan for specific information. Okay, you just scan through the passage and direct you to where the answer is. Now, another skill, number 4, is read in detail for meaning. After you scan and you find out where the answer is, you should be able to read in detail. Read in detail for meaning. Does it mean the same thing? What is this thing saying? My sentence I've completed, is it the same thing? So these are the skills you need when answering sentence completion. Now we're going to have do some samples for you to practicalize these tips that I've given, put them into practice. We're going to be doing some examples. Now let's look at this. This is our passage, and this is the question that's been set out for you. Now, in the passage, before we read the passage, first tip is go and read the sentence, the question that's been given to you. Pick out a keyword, then you go to the passage. Now, the first sentence says employer's rights. Now, when you've done that employer's rights, you're going to look for wherever has employer's rights. You scan quickly for where has employer's rights. When you locate it, then are established by dash and include the following. So employer's rights. Let's read the passage on employer's rights. It says your rights. Your rights as an employee. Okay, I'm sorry, employee's right. I have been mistaking the words. Employee's right, not employer's right. Employee's right. Now, your rights as an employee to work in a safe and healthy environment are set down in law and generally can't be changed or removed by your employer. The question says, employees' rights are established by dash. Passage, your rights as an employee to work in a safe and healthy environment are set down. Set down is the same thing as established. Synonyms, set down, established by. Now, are set down in law. Now, employees' rights are established by law. You see that they used, in place of set down, they used established. Synonyms. In law, by law. When you read them, they make the same thing. They mean the same thing. Rights are established by law. Your safe and healthy environment are set down in law. They mean the same thing. So our first answer is law. Now, it said employees' rights are established by law and include the following. The employer should manage any potential dangers to their staff's health and safety. No question was asked here, so you go for it. You look as far as possible to have any hazard to your health and safety property controlled. Now, they've listed the first one, they didn't give anything. The next one, they said any dash needed for employees to work safely should be free. Now, let's check the other one. It said, let's check the passage. To be given any personal protective and safety equipment without being charged for it. That should be free also means the same thing as without being charged for it. Now, it says to be given any personal protective and safety equipment. Now, any equipment, the question now, we've picked equipment as our answer. Any equipment needed for employees to work safely should be free. This means the same thing as what has been given, which is to be given any personal protective and safety equipment without being charged for it. Same meaning. Let's move on to the next one. Employees may inform management of any dash they have relating to health and safety. The next bullet point in the passage says, to stop work and leave your work areas without being disciplined if you have any reasonable concerns about your safety. To tell your employer about any health and safety concerns you have. To tell your employer is the same thing as to inform them, to inform management. Your employer is your management. So the question says employees may inform management of any. The question says to tell your employer about any health and safety concerns. So employees may inform management of any concern they have relating to health and safety. You see, they used just synonyms. You should be able to identify synonyms if they mean the same thing. Once they mean the same thing, then you're good to go. Do they mean the same thing? Now, so our answer here is concern. The question, it had health and safety. There was health and safety in the passage. The question had inform management. The passage says to tell your employer, which is the same thing. Concerns is our answer. Now let's take one more. The question says employees are entitled to some dash while they are working. Now I would read. Not to be disciplined if you contact the health and safety executive or your local authority if your employer won't listen to you. There's no answer there. To have breaks during the time you are at work. To have entitlement. The employee should have. That means employee is entitled. Synonyms. Employees are entitled to some dash while they are working. To have breaks during the time you are at work. While they are working, you are at work. Same thing. Just change in structure. So now they are entitled to some breaks. To have breaks. So the answer to this question is breaks. My point is, when you read the passage, you pick out a keyword. You go and look. That keyword will help you locate where it is. Then you read in detail to find your answer. Read in detail to find your answer, where your answer is. Don't forget they will use synonyms. You should be able to identify this means the same thing as this. When you can identify it, then you will be able to find your answer. Scan for the location of where it is, then read in detail to get the meaning. Now, that is what we have on sentence completion. I will be giving an assignment. As usual, I expect you to fill in the correct answers here. What is missing? What are those words that are missing? Complete the sentence. Write your answer in the comment section. Drop them and I'll be telling you if you're correct or you're wrong. If you're wrong, I'll give you the correct answer. Go back and check it. Cross-check. Oh, how did I miss this? Where did I miss it from? Apply the tips that I have given to you. And you would see yourself scaling through sentence completion. We have come to the end of today's lesson. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to visit our playlist for other Ielts videos. Until next time, bye.